Hey guys, Paolo from CongaChops.com here, and welcome back to our Quick Tip Lesson Series, where we're releasing new tutorials every Wednesday and working on some different fills, phrases, and concepts that you can incorporate into your conga playing. Now, remember that these lessons are geared towards players with a bit of experience, so if you're completely new to the instrument, take a second to swing by CongaChops.com and check out our Congas 101 and Conga Fundamentals courses before you jump in. Now, if you haven't already, help us out by giving this video a like, subscribing to our channel, and turning on your notifications so you know when our next lesson drops. This week we're going to work on 3 simple fills that we can use to add a bit of intensity in the up sections of an arrangement. Now, the main differences between the variations we covered in the first several lessons of this series and the simple fills we'll work on today and in the following weeks is that a variation can loosely be thought of as a figure or phrase that stays very much in line with the groove we're playing, changing only a couple of notes at a time. In the case of the tumbao, the variations we worked on made sure to keep a similar shape without disturbing the groove all that much, and could for the most part be repeated throughout the course of a song. These simple fills we'll cover, however, will take us away from our tumbao a bit and create some tension within the groove, and should thus be used sparingly in our playing, generally only once in an entire song. The simple fills we'll check out in today's lesson will be comprised solely of eighth notes, so they'll still help us fill up the groove while we create some different melodic shapes by adding several open tones. So let's check out this first one as a 4-bar phrase in 2-3 clave. You can hear that we're using the end of 1 on the 3 side of the clave as a jumping off point and adding 4 open tones to our normal tumbao pattern. Now, this short fill can be used at the end of a 4-bar phrase to help close the phrase and help set up the following bar. Now, what I mean by close is that by playing a figure with several open tones that takes us away from the groove a bit, then coming back and playing one more open tone that lands on beat 4, it gives us a feeling of resolution before moving on to the next section or phrase. For this next fill, we're simply going to add one more open tone on the end of 4 in the 4th bar of the phrase. Let's check it out. By simply adding an open tone to the first example in this lesson, we've created a different fill that still has a similar feel and function. So the extra open tone just gives us a little bit more movement before getting into our next 4-bar phrase. And now it's totally up to you to decide when and how to use these fills, but understanding how they feel and what purpose they can serve will really allow you to incorporate them into your playing tastefully. So for this last fill, we'll again use the first example in this lesson as our foundation. So you can hear that this is certainly the busiest of all 3 fills. And to make it clear where we were in respect to the clave, I made sure to stick to the accents from our 1-drum modern tumbao in the 1st bar of the following phrase. So now that we have all 3 fills, let's work on them at a bit faster tempo over one of our exclusive Conga Chops practice loops. We'll play each fill only once every 8 bars, repeating each 8-bar phrase a total of 6 times so we can hit each fill twice. Let's check it out.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So all of these fills serve a similar function, but each has their own unique feel. And this is something that you'll ultimately start to develop an understanding for the more you listen to and analyze different players, songs, and styles. Now you can of course use these freely at the end or middle of a section, as long as you're paying attention to the clave and of course what the rest of the band is playing. Also, it's important to note that we want to work on these as 2, 4, or 8-bar phrases so we can get used to how they would work in a musical context. Now you might use these fills just to add some intensity to a particular phrase or section, or as a musical response to something that's played by any of the other instruments in a band, including the vocals. So now that you have some of these things in mind, try to see if you can spot where these types of fills may be used as you're listening along to your favorite recordings. Always making sure that you're paying attention to any contributing factor that you feel may have influenced the conga player's decision to play a particular fill in a particular space. Now by doing this, you'll start to develop an understanding for when these types of fills can feel natural to play throughout the course of an arrangement. And of course, at your own discretion, feel free to start to implement these fills carefully when you're playing with other musicians to see how they feel. Now if you're interested in learning more about what we do on Conga Chops and how we can help you further your skills, come check us out at congachops.com. We've got an incredible library of step-by-step courses and lessons, over 10 hours of exclusive practice loops, hand-picked Spotify playlists for every pertinent course and lesson on the site, and an amazing community forum where you can meet with and discuss with other members, as well as get one-on-one feedback on everything you're working on. Just click the link below to start your free 7-day trial and see what it's all about. Now please don't forget to show your support for our channel by giving this video a like, leaving a comment down below as to what you'd like to see me cover next, and hitting subscribe so you can catch our new videos each week. I'll see you in the next lesson.